So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle and here we go.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options.
He's had a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And a chance! Goal! Morocco! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Japan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That'll be a throw-in. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to...
Tries a shot! It's a searching pass. Eder Militao gets over and intercepts. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career, he's maturing fast and he's easing that out of his game, and he can go all the way to the very top.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He has found the way through. Valverde. Cleared without hesitation.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, good read.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Oh, played right into his path. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Valverde. He can run onto that. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Can he get it through? Cherky, he's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Bellingham. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And Gusto. Cherky. Tries to play it through. And it's been hooked away. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. And it's Tchouaméni. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Has to go back here. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Tchouaméni opts for safety. And Sanchez. Gusto. Bensebaini promptly onto that, and that is that. Vinicius Junior. Well, that has not gone well. Tchouaméni. This is a promising build-up. Now that's well seen too. Bellingham wins the duel this time. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Played in. Vinicius Junior. Locatelli. And it's Mayulu. And here's Yamal. And it's Valverde. Pinches it off him. Valverde really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Valverde. Locatelli. Gyökeres. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Played out wide. In again. And he's straight offside.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Marquinhos. And it's Trippier. Yamal. Cherky did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Valverde. And the finish! And a neat finish! They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Morocco have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. He is through here. Chance! And that's a sharp finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So that's 2 now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
He's rising! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Thuram actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Morocco are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Gusto. Cherky. And Grimaldo. Cherky. Locatelli. Yamal. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Valverde. Passes short and sharp. Sanchez concedes a free kick for that. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So changes a foot here and from both sides. So is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Oh, that's a very chance for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. Wonderfully smooth, smart, and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. A case now of complete control. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jokerej. Oh, this is Thuram! It goes to show he is human after all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Just eases him off the ball. Locatelli. Chouameni. De Ketelara. And it's Pellegrini. Jokerej has the space to scheme. Cross to the back. Oh, good climb! And there's a goal! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine header.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken. So here comes a substitution.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Gonzalo Ramos tries to thread one through. Thuram providing an outlet on that flank. That is good strength. Chouameni. Lovely bit of skill. And that's goes for a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Japan have their third corner. And that is expertly dealt with. Morocco are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's on his own! Chance, surely! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Gusto. No, it's come to nothing. Yildiz. Vinicius Junior. Marquinhos. Can he get on the end of this? Gonzalo Ramos. Now he's running away. Yildiz. It's Vinicius Junior. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, good-looking ball. Morocco are looking to break at pace. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yilmaz. Now it's Rafinha. And that is as far as it goes. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Japan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. And we have our very first corner. Bensabaini getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Yamal. Oh, that is a nice touch. Yamal! That's their first effort on goal. And he gets rid in a hurry. Japan have the chance to go the other way. And it's Bellingham. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Brazil...
And the shot! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. Morocco disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Bruno Fernandes. Gyökeres. Bruno Fernandes finding himself in space. Mayulu. And it's Valverde. He's in a great position here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's the chance to counter. Passing is crisp and sharp. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Excellent challenge there. Uncompromising. Saliba cuts it out. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Yamal. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Yamal. And here's Haaland. Valverde.
Morocco really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Thuram. And now the breakaway. Thuram has the space to scheme. Decent chance! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Cherki going face-to-face with his great rival. Mayulu. Here's Haaland.
This is the time you need that pace.
Cherki. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender. Stay onside.
This their second corner of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pass somewhat off target. Space for him to turn and look. Good ball, good take. He leaps for it. And he hits the net. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Cherki aimed beyond the defence. This looks promising. Not a... And the finish! And that's in!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Morocco cut their deficit and look... Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. This to be all square. A formality. We're level. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Vinicius shapes the shoot! Goal! Morocco! And the comeback is complete. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Morocco have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
That pass has been well intercepted. Gyökeres. And it's Bellingham. Cherki. Thuram. Can he finish? Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second half is up and running.
Japan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That's very neat. Grimaldo. That's going across goal.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Not the most convincing of passes. Chouameni. Now it's Thuram. Gyökeres receives it in a good position here. And that was very necessary. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Vinicius Junior. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Good pressure, determined, intense. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Morocco are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Bellingham does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Time then for the first substitution of the game. And it's Grimaldo. Oh, that's nice. Opts to play it back.
Japan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Thuram. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Valverde. Bruno Fernandes. That's a lovely, neat pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that's been slipped through. Gibbs White. And it's Locatelli. Vinicius Junior. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Thuram looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Bellingham. Locatelli tries to clear. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. So, third corner of the game. Deftly away. Just about up to 75 minutes. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Pellegrini. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Haaland. And a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Japan get their fourth corner. And he thumps it clear. And it's Pellegrini. Tries a shot! It's a goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
Good take, and is he in? Oh, he's had a shot!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Dembele. Now it's Pellegrini. Nuno Mendes. Look at the space here! And that's a good ball. Well, keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Oh, great leap! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Crosses it in. Terrific effort! And it's been hooked away. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So, that was the second half.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Japan displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Alvarez. He's in a good... It's Dembele! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Japan with the lead. Yildiz. This is a promising build-up. No, he's not getting any further than that. Alvarez. Nicely spread. Yamal. He's got away. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Towering header! And that really should have been that.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Locatelli is there, and he can pick it up. And it's Gusto. Haaland. Great chance! And it's in! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So just 15 minutes still to come. So was this when the game was won? Logic and experience would certainly suggest that, but who knows what the game still has to offer. Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? That's good defending, very good defending. Gusto made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Japan needed that, they really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Pings in across. And it's hoisted clear. That's destined for the flank. Can he get on the end of this? Cross gets his head on it! Oh, and another try! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! With fun and fury, they continue. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway. Bellingham, Locatelli does really well to win the ball there. Chance here to counter. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Chouameni. No goals as yet, but it has been pretty lively. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vinicius Junior. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Valverde. And it's Locatelli.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
And he can thump it away. Locatelli. Picked out brilliantly. Vinicius Junior finds himself offside. Can he get on the end of this? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Mayulu. Locatelli. Tries to pass it through. Chouameni. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Haaland. And he welcomes it in. He's found a way through. Valverde. Morocco are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the...
Decent chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Morocco really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And that has been cleared. And it's Mayulu. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mayulu has been caught there. It's a foul. Quickly taken. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Cherki. Haaland. Cherki to Bruno Fernandes. Now that looks a decent... Shapes to shoot! Goal! Japan! And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Japan have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Foot in. Gusto is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread out to the left. Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space.
Japan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Now it's Haaland. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Locatelli. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. And there's a searching pass. Valverde. Haaland. Locatelli. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Thuram, Bellingham, and the shot's on here. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Japan up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Japan have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Japan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Haaland. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Japan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Bruno Fernandes. Bellingham. Grimaldo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Looks to the other side. Gusto. And it's Bellingham. Haaland. He won't be happy with that one. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's shifting through the gears here. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, good climb! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Now it's Haaland, and it's lofted through here. Gusto providing an outlet on that flank. Bellingham. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Haaland touches it back. Japan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Well timed, excellent interception.
Lamine Yamal clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And here's Haaland. And he's there to belt it away.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Locatelli. Some resolute defending there. Bruno Fernandes. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Japan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Trippier. And Yamal. Yamal going face to face with his great rival. Nice bit of trickery. Chouameni tries to clear. And the pass is intercepted. This is a promising build-up. Grimaldo. Japan still ahead by the game's only goal. Mayulu. And it's Valverde. Now he's off and running. It's played through for him. Now it's Thuram. Oh, what has happened here?
Japan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Can he get it through? Oh, he's played it in low. Oh, well played. And that is as far as it goes. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. And here's Thuram. Pass is just off target. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career, he's maturing fast and he's easing that out of his game, and he can go all the way to the very top.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Saliba gets it clear. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Chouameni. Some really good ball movement. Ball's gone out of play. Bellingham. And Cherki. Cherki going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's on it. Can he get away? Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that's neat. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes with the delivery. Now it's Thuram. Can he get it through? Great defending, strong and determined. Cherki does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Haaland. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
This is a promising build-up. Cherki is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Out towards the flank. Nicely shaped cross. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Played out wide. Alex Grimaldo delivers. And he's there to clear it. That's a good ball out wide. In again. Real chance! Goal! Japan! And we have liftoff! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Japan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Thuram. Great ball, and he's in here. Expertly cut out, really nice. Bruno Fernandes! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bruno Fernandes really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And he shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Cherki. That's a good ball. Mayulu. Haaland. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Japan go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Japan just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Japan leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And back to the keeper. Eder Militao. And Cherki. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, easy pickings there. Chouameni. Played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Bellingham. And here's Thuram. Rafinha. Haaland. Morocco are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And that's another good win of the ball. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And it's made its way to him. Hangs one in. And that has been cleared. Locatelli. Now it's Haaland. Looking for options for movement. Rafinha. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! It's a goal! Morocco are back in business. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Morocco restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And that has been cut short. Mayulu. And he cuts out the supply. Bellingham. Bruno Fernandes. And they can counter here. And it's Gusto. And here's Bellingham. Thuram. Chance! Goal! Japan! Into the lead once more.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. De Ketelaere. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pellegrini. Alvarez. Haaland. Lewandowski.
Morocco really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Haaland. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he was quick to react. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lewandowski. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Might be danger here. Spread it left.
Japan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Knocks it out wide. Takes a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, good finish! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.